this video, I'm going to share the 4 steps for becoming a watercolor professional. I help art professionals or working professionals learn watercolor fast and start earning money and then scale it up and grow to 6 figures. And I love to teach artists 2 things. Number 1, paint masterfully and confidently with watercolors. And number 2 is to start earning money. So why I do that? Because number 1, I was struggling with depression. I used to take antidepressants and sleeping pills, and I was suicidal. And at that time, I started learning watercolors, and watercolors helped me to overcome depression and get out of the addiction of antidepressants. So I really love teaching other people the skill of masterfully painting with watercolors. And when I started working as an art professional for the first 3 years, I struggled to earn money. I had absolutely no idea what I should do in order to start earning money. So I did a lot of trial and error. I followed artists on social media. I was just checking out what they are doing. And I had absolutely no idea how to get clients, how to earn money. And for several months, I earned no money. And then when I used to earn peanuts like $50, $60, $100. And for a long period of time, I had absolutely no clue whether I was doing something right or whether I was doing something wrong. And I used to feel very lonely, disappointed, sad, frustrated, angry. So that's why these are my 2 passions: teaching artists how to paint confidently and masterfully with watercolors, and teaching professional artists how to earn money, more money, so that they can live a very happy, fulfilled life. This video is specifically for those people who want to become a professional watercolor artist. Or if you are already working as a professional watercolor artist, and if you are struggling, then you will find the last part of this video really helpful. So stick around. So these are the 4 steps. Step number 1, which is most neglected by most of the aspiring artists, that is the process of making a decision. Yes, decision making is the first step of becoming a professional watercolor artist. If you want to become a doctor, an engineer, or chiropractor, or scientist, or whatever, the first thing you have to do is to make a decision. You cannot go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Someday you will feel, yeah, I will do it. And someday I will feel, no, I will not do it. So that will waste you several years of your life. There are lots and lots of art professionals who are planning to become a watercolor professional, but one day they feel inspired and motivated to take action, and another day they will feel, oh no, I cannot do it. It is not for me. There are so much of competition out there. Who is going to care? Who is going to purchase my stuff? Who is going to pay me the money? So all of that, whatever you are talking negative, in case you are doing that, is coming from lack of experience, lack of knowledge, and lack of self-trust. These are the only 3 things. So you cannot have knowledge without acquiring knowledge. You cannot have experience without doing the work. So you have to do the work to get the experience, to feel confident. Leaving that, one thing that can actually help you make a decision is how much you trust yourself, how much you really want to do it. So when I was planning to learn watercolors, it happened all of a sudden. I had no idea how to get out of depression. I had no idea how to stop taking antidepressants and sleeping pills. And I was suicidal also. So I had no confidence in myself. In fact, I used to talk so negatively to myself. That was the basic reason why I fell into depression. I had no hope that one fine day I will live a happy life and I will not cry for hours and hours and hours. So at that time, I borrowed confidence from my husband. My husband said that, there can exist a life where you are not living the way you are living right now. And for that, you really have to work hard. So I decided to buy watercolors because I actually saw some images of paintings on social media, and I thought maybe I can just give it a try. So I purchased some paints, some brushes, some paper, and I did nothing out of it. And I started telling my husband that I cannot do it because I have got this work and that work. And actually that was true. I had a lot of work. But I was just telling my husband that I cannot paint with watercolors. Number one, because I don't know how to paint. And number second is I have so much of work to do. How can I learn watercolors, or how can I invest time with watercolors? At that time, both my kids were very small and I had a lot of household chores to do. So my husband said this, Meeta, how many kids your grandmother had? And my grandmother had actually 10 kids. So I said 10. She can do the household chores with 10 kids, and you are not able to do it with just 2 kids. And I said, but, I was an excuse maker. So I told my husband that, my grandmother was born and brought up in that mindset that she can manage so many things at the same time. And this argument continued for some time. The conclusion was, my husband said, see, I'm not going to force you or push you. But the thing is, if every single day you do exactly what you have been doing, there is no way you can come out of depression. If you want to really come out of depression, you must do something that can help you to come out of depression, which you think is painting. So you have to prioritize painting. And then he suggested that why don't you consider painting as your third child? If you have 3 children, you will distribute your time accordingly, isn't it? You are not going to ignore one child and take care of 2. You will take care of 3. So just consider watercolor as your third child and invest time in it. Because if you don't, then you are never going to come out of depression. So I forced myself literally, and believe me, it was very difficult. Okay, now I'm telling you, it seems easy, but actually it was really difficult. I had time management issues. I had that bad habit of crying for several hours at a stretch. I had all bad habits like gossiping, watching Netflix, watching YouTube. Plus, I had to cook, clean, do dishes. At that time, there was no dishwasher and all those things. So, if I count all those things, you will see that, oh, Meeta, how can you manage watercolors? But I did. I used to wake up at 4:30 in the early morning, do the watercolor stuff till 6 o'clock, then start working instead of delaying till the end of the day. So I prioritized watercolors. I prioritized myself over everything. And my husband was very adjustable. He used to eat cornflakes for dinner most of the time. He understood that it is very important for me to come out of depression, because if I don't come out of depression, then it will affect my children. Because I used to yell and spank my kids, and I used to fight with my husband every day. So if I am not coming out of depression, then it will definitely affect my kids in the long run, and it will definitely spoil the entire environment of the family. My husband understood that. So it was very important for me to prioritize my needs over the family. So my entire family gave me that 1, 2, 3 hours, which I could do it totally for myself. And it was very big struggle for me. Every single day was a struggle. Every single day I started fighting with myself. Instead of saying nasty things to myself, I started talking positively to myself that yes, I can do it. None of my brain cells believed that I can do it. But I continuously started saying, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. There was a video in Brian Tracy's YouTube. I watched that video, and in that video, he suggested that if you are in a particular bad situation and you want to come out of it, just tell yourself, I love you, means I love myself and I trust myself. I like myself, I love myself, I trust myself. I continuously kept saying that. And with continuous more than 2 years, it took me to come out of depression, and I did. So that was the decision which helped me. Same goes for learning the skill of earning money. It was the decision that, yes, I'm struggling so much that I must get a mentor, I must invest money, I must get myself some training because I'm struggling for years. So I struggled for 3 years without earning a lot of money. I wrote a book, I participated in contests and exhibitions, I won awards, I conducted workshops, demonstrations, I sold paintings, but I was not earning consistently. So that decision that yes, I need guidance, yes, I need a mentor, yes, I need training, yes, I need business skills, that decision was really hard, but I had to make that decision, because without making that decision, I'm not going anywhere. So that decision making is the first step of becoming anything. In this case, if you want to become a professional artist, that decision that yes, I will become a watercolor professional, I will earn money with watercolors, that is the first step. Very logical. Okay. And those who ignore that decision making process, they take several years just to make the decision. So they just try out a workshop, they come back home, they don't feel motivated. Then they go over to another workshop, they come back home, they don't feel motivated. Then several months pass by. Then again, one day they go to some YouTube, watch some YouTube, and again think, yeah, maybe I will want to become watercolor professional. And again, the same process starts. So they just go and see other watercolor professionals doing so much, and they feel frustrated that no, I'm not going to get anything. So why that happens? Because there is no decision. Decision means you are taking one path and you are cutting off everything else which is not helping you to go to that path. For example, let's say I decide to go to India. So I will only purchase flight ticket for India, not to Germany, not to France, not to Paris, not to Switzerland. I will only purchase a flight ticket for India, right? Getting my point? So if you have already decided that, yes, I will become a watercolor professional, I will earn money for myself, I will be on my feet. So everything else which is not helping you, you have to ignore that part. Yes, it will be difficult. Yes, you will suck initially. It will take time. You will feel discouraged. Everything is true. But what is not true is I started telling myself that it is impossible for me not to win. So that is it. That is decision. For example, I decided to marry my husband. So all the other boys out there is totally like, no, it is completely no. It is not something today I will marry my husband and tomorrow I will say, no, I don't want to marry that person. I want to marry some other person, right? That is not decision. Okay. So decision is the first step. The second step, which is very logical and again, which is seriously ignored by people, is learning to paint confidently and masterfully with watercolors. Now, there are a lot of myths related to watercolors. Number one myth is it takes several years to learn watercolors. So this makes me laugh a little bit. Okay. Now understand that if another person has faced difficulty learning watercolors or whatever, does that mean that you also will face difficulty? No. There is no scientific proof about it, right? Let's say a majority of people is saying watercolor is difficult. Do you really think watercolor is difficult? Have you tried it? Okay. Let's say you have tried it. Let's say you have found it difficult. Does that mean actually it is difficult? Or maybe you haven't followed a particular systematic step. There can be a lot of reasons why you feel watercolor is difficult. Okay, or why you feel it will take a lot of time. Now, let's say I ask you to go from California to Burnaby. Okay, now you will say, oh my God, Burnaby is in Canada, it is long distance, and I'm in California, it is in US, long distance. Okay, but what if I say that go by flight? Okay, direct flight. Now will it be easy? Now will it be in hours? Yes. So exactly like that, the same process is suitable for every single thing. If you learn following a particular systematic process, then it will be easy and it will be much faster. If you don't follow the process, in that case, it will be difficult and it will be time consuming. I will give an example. Now, most of the artists, when they start learning watercolors or any medium, what they do, they are very excited. They go and purchase some art materials. They have no clue which art materials are right, but they somehow manage to purchase some art materials. And then they hold their brush, dip in water, take a little paint, and try to paint. And then they fail. And then they struggle to create something beautiful. And then they repeat the process. And if they don't get it, they go on watch YouTube videos, they get super confused and they feel overwhelmed. And then they start believing what other people have said, that, oh, watercolor is difficult. I will tell you one thing. Now, same happens in language. Let's say I ask you to learn a particular language. Let's say, for example, English. How I learned English. I first learned the alphabets, then I clubbed alphabets to form small, small words, then big, big words, and then learned how to club words to form sentences which are grammatically correct. Then club the sentences to form meaningful paragraphs. Once I learned that, then I learned all the figure of speech and all those things, and then learned how to write essay, poems, stories, etc. Same happens with watercolors. Learning watercolor is just like learning a new language. Now, let's say you purchase paints, paper, brush, and you try to paint with watercolors. It is something like I ask you to write an essay in a language which you don't know. Will you be able to confidently write an essay or a poem or a story with a language that you know nothing about? No, it will be difficult for you. So there is a systematic process which you need to follow in order to paint confidently and masterfully with any medium, right? There are a lot of other mindset blocks that if I don't know how to draw, then I cannot paint. Or if I want to become professional, then I must be a born talent. Or only born talented artists can paint masterfully and confidently. Or only born talented people actually achieve great heights when they paint with watercolors or any medium. Or if you need to have born talent, then some of your grandfathers or some relatives must be a very talented artist. So it should be in your genes. There are hundreds of mindset blocks around any medium. Now, I want to tell you this, that if driving car, anyone can do. If learning English, anyone can do. If learning basic mathematics, anyone can do. Why anyone cannot paint? And every single person can paint. I am talking about can. I'm not talking about should or will. Every person can paint, provided they have interest. So if you have interest in becoming watercolor professional, then you must learn to paint masterfully and confidently with watercolors. That is no brainer. This is very logical. If a person wants to become a scientist, they should know what they have to do. If the person wants to become a mathematician, then they must be first have a lot of skill with mathematics. Same goes for engineering. If a person wants to become a software engineer, they must have skill for writing the computer code. For every single professional, they must have the skill, because if they don't have the skill, they cannot be considered as professional. Now, this skill that you need to have, you cannot acquire by watching YouTube videos. That is because even if you watch YouTube videos and learn to paint with watercolors, when somebody will ask you a question, you will not be able to give them an answer. You will not be able to teach people because you have learned watercolors haphazardly. So you cannot teach another person if you don't know how to teach or how to learn systematically. So there are a lot of things related to that. Now, a lot of artists, aspiring artists, they try to save money. They don't want to invest money to learn watercolors. Why? Because they don't have that strong belief that, yes, if I learn watercolors in the future, I will make money. They see all the artists who are struggling to earn money, and they assume that they also will struggle to earn money. So they feel demotivated, and they feel that what if I invest money, but I actually don't earn, so it will be a waste. So they ask themselves some questions which are totally against their own benefit. Okay, so they invest like several years to learn the skill of painting masterfully and confidently with watercolors. On the other hand, if they invest money, time, and effort to learn the right process of painting masterfully and confidently with watercolors, then they can start to earn money immediately, because this is the next step, which I will talk about. Are you getting my point? So I will share with you 4 things that can fast track your progress of painting masterfully and confidently with watercolors. Number 1, I use something called as rapid skill acquisition. If you search Google rapid skill acquisition, which is also called as RSA, RSA is the acronym, and if you use rapid skill acquisition for learning anything, it promises that if you devote 20 solid focused hours in learning anything, you can learn anything, any new skill in matter of 20 hours. Now, I use rapid skill acquisition while teaching my students the skill of painting confidently with watercolors, but that is not in 20 hours, that is more than 20 hours, right? But it has been proven, it is a proven scientific research-based tool that is used to teach people any skill in 20 hours. So I use 10 principles of rapid skill acquisition to teach my students how to paint masterfully and confidently with watercolors in a fast manner. The next one is neuro-linguistic programming. Neuro-linguistic programming is the science of using words. When we use words, how we use words can actually help us or harm us. Okay, I will give you an example. So let's say I ask my student to go and talk something on Facebook for the first time, Facebook Live, right? So if my student comes and says that, ma'am, I did Facebook Live, but I was shivering. I was feeling so bad. I was feeling like not confident. I don't know how it was, right? Okay. So that way of saying that sentence is, first part of the sentence is positive, then there is a but, and the second part of the sentence is negative, right? So the entire sentence will give us a negative feeling. Okay. For example, if my husband says, Meeta, your dress is looking awesome, but hairstyle is not looking good. So the final feeling which I will have is not good, right? On the other hand, if my student comes in the same scenario, if my student comes, ma'am, I was shivering, I was not feeling okay, I was not feeling confident, but I gave Facebook Live. So the last part of the sentence after the but is positive. So final feeling to the person is positive, right? So when a person feels positive, definitely they will take more action, more similar action, right? They will appreciate themselves. If the person feels bad, they will not take the same action again, and they will feel more bad. They will maybe end up criticizing themselves. Same goes for my husband. If my husband says, Meeta, the hairstyle is not looking good, but you look absolutely gorgeous in that dress. So the final feeling which I will have is, yeah, I look good, right? Are you getting my point? So this happens in every single thing. So this is just a small example. I have learned NLP, and I use NLP to teach my students in a manner which they feel easier and good and doable, right? So that is another one. The third one is subconscious mind training. It is a proven fact that our conscious mind is only 3 to 5% powerful, and our subconscious mind is 95 to 98% more powerful, right? So when I teach my students how to use the power of subconscious mind for learning fast or for making them work hard, okay, themselves work hard, they do it to a point that when I give my students the hardest, the toughest, the most challenging subjects, Even if they are painting for the very first time, they become capable of painting. They just believe that, yes, they can do it. So if you see my students' results, some of them they have never painted anything with watercolors. Okay, and they do it for the very first time, and the first painting itself comes out as a professional quality painting. And that happens because I give them subconscious mind training as well. The fourth one is the power of positive thinking. I help my students to feel positive, think positive, talk positive, see positive, to have a positive outlook of life. It is very, very important, because if a person is a negative person, basically, they get very less results because they see negativity around. And if a person is positive, they will see positivity around. Both positive and negative is there at the same time. I will give you an example. So let's say I ask you to just turn your head and see how many blue things are there. So if I do the same thing, I will say that, okay, there is a book which is blue, there is a painting which is having a little bit of blue color, then there is a light there far away which is having blue color, then there is a soap liquid which is blue color, and then there is a painting, the door of the painting is blue color. On my screen, the bottom part is having blue color, then there are some brushes which are blue color, then there are some books which are blue color. Okay, so I can actually count blue color. Now, if I tell you, okay, without turning your head, you have had a wonderful look, right? Now you tell me how many things are there which are of yellow color. Will you be able to see yellow? No, because when you turned your head, you are constantly looking for blue color things. So even if there were yellow, you were not taking a note of it. So same happens with human beings. There are positive things and there are negative things in our life and around us all the time. But a person who is having a positive outlook will always see positive things. And if a person is having a negative outlook, they will see negative things in the same situation. I will give you an example. So earlier I was a super negative person. So I used to always see negative things around. I used to talk negative, think negative, behave in a negative manner, interpret things in a negative manner. So I was a super negative person. Okay. So now that I'm a positive person, now I can see how exactly I could have behaved in the same scenario in a positive manner. Let's say a particular person is not supporting me and I'm a negative person. Then what I will do, I will say that, oh, that person is not supporting me, that person should support me and all that, right? Okay, and I will feel bad about it. Let's say my father is not supporting me or my husband is not supporting me. Then what I will, oh my God, I believed you so much and I thought that you will support me, and finally you are not supporting me, like I am doomed and all those things, right? Okay, but if I'm a positive person, I will see, okay, so this is a challenge and God gave me this challenge to help me become more resilient, to help me become more stronger in my emotion. I cannot become strong unless and until I face some difficult situations. So this difficult situation is helping me to become resilient, more emotionally strong and matured. So I will take it positively and I will see that as a scope of improvement. How can I do even if this situation is there in my life? So that is how a positive person will look. Okay, so I try to make my students go through a challenge, which is a 21-day PPP challenge. And when they go through that challenge, they try to become more and more and more positive every single day. These are the 4 things which I do. Other than that, I have got a special method called as off-paper method. I will not go too deep into it, but I use all those tools in order to make my student learn watercolor fast, and their first painting becomes a professional quality painting. Now, why I insist that you should learn watercolor fast instead of slow? That is because if you see around, it is all full of social media. Let's say you are trying to learn watercolor slow. So you're creating a painting which is not so good. You're putting it on social media. People on social media thinking something about you. Okay, so they are thinking, this person is not that good. Now, let's say you take 5 to 10 years to learn a particular medium and paint confidently. Then by the time that period will end, maybe you will become confident as an artist. But in those 5 to 10 years, you have spoiled reputation in front of social media people, also among your friends and family members. So the chances are very high that they will not think that, okay, you took so many years to learn something this, now you will take so many more years to learn more things, and it will not happen that you will work as a professional. So they will try to resist. They will think that, oh, it will never happen with you. So they will try to save you from failure, and they will say, no, 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 it will not work with you. On the other hand, if your first painting is a professional quality painting, and you will surprise your family members and you will surprise yourself by saying, oh, wow, my first painting is a professional quality painting. Oh my God, can I really do it? What else can I do it? And now, since you have proved yourself that your first painting is a professional quality painting, your family members will think, I think she can do it, right? And since you have collapsed that entire time period, instead of taking several years, you learned something in few months, then what is happening is you are saving a huge amount of time, effort, money, everything that you could have invested in several years, right? I help my student to collapse time frames and learn something in few weeks instead of few years. Now, what they will do in the remaining part, they will start earning money. The third step of becoming a watercolor professional is to start earning money immediately. Not after 1 year, not after creating a portfolio, not after earning awards, not after writing a book. Immediately you start earning money. Now, why I insist that? Now, some of the people, they'll say, but Meeta, if I don't have a portfolio, how can I feel that I can start earning money, I can demand money from others? So your very first painting, which is a high-class professional quality painting, that will help you to get the confidence. If you want to build a portfolio, you can do it on a parallel basis. But once you start getting clients, you will feel the pressure. You will feel the responsibility. You will feel that you need to discipline yourself. Lots of artists, they don't earn money because they don't discipline themselves to learn the skills to get a client, give you the money, to understand how to find clients on social media, how to earn the money part. So they think about creating another painting and the third painting and the fourth painting and the fifth painting. So although they create paintings after paintings, but on the other hand, they think, where my next client will come from, how I'm even going to sell these paintings. I can confidently paint, but who is going to purchase my paintings? I don't know. So many people are earning. Will I be able to earn? So the scarcity mindset comes. The procrastination starts building up. On the other hand, once you have got a proven painting that is giving you the permission to ask money from another person. So the first thing you have to focus after creating the first painting is go and find yourself some client and earn your first few dollars. It doesn't matter how much that money is, but that is going to help you overcome a lot of mental struggle and procrastination. And then you will give yourself that tag that, yes, I am a professional because I am earning money. It doesn't matter whether it is a small amount or a big amount. The first job after creating one painting is to start earning money. And so I do this. I teach my students the most easiest way to earn money. So after they create their first painting, I teach them how to create an online or offline workshop. Workshops are fabulous way to earn money. Offline workshops is better if you have got some friends, family members, or somebody. If you are living in jungle, if there is nobody, in that case, you can go for online, but offline is easier. when you are just starting up, where you have absolutely no clue how to give a workshop. So I teach them exact step by step of how to conduct a workshop, how to get the clients, how to connect with people, how to create a poster, how to design their first day, second day, third day workshop, how to get the money in their bank, everything. And I push them hard, I motivate them, I clear their questions so that they earn their first few dollars. So my student Peggy, she has not completed even one painting. And I asked her to do a workshop. She got 5 clients and she started earning money, right? Even without a portfolio, without writing a book. So now when they are getting this kind of result, they are believing more that yes, I don't have a portfolio, I have no credibility, no authority, and then also people are paying me, means I can do it. That feeling, yes, I can do it, that feeling is so powerful. On the other hand, if you think that no, first I need to have some award, first I need to build my portfolio, I don't know whether people will believe me or not. So if you say like this to yourself, you will keep on procrastinating. Months after months, years after years will pass by, and you will struggle in your head. In reality, there will not be struggle, but in your head, there will be struggle. So I give my student immense amount of push, motivation, guidance, and knowledge so that they take action. Okay, so that is the third step of becoming professional. So you start earning money. The last step of becoming a professional is start earning money consistently. I explored various ways of earning money, doing a demonstration, workshop, exhibition, then selling paintings. I don't take commissions, so I haven't explored that, but I have seen other artists doing that. Online courses, online workshops, offline workshops, selling prints, every single thing I did. Okay. And I also teach artists how to do all that. But then in 2023, like last year in September, I realized the fact that subscription and memberships, these are two ways in which you can guaranteedly earn money consistently. Okay, now newsletter also falls under the subscription, so I'm not categorizing it as separate. Patreon and all that falls under the subscription model, so I'm not considering it as separate. So subscription is one and membership is another. So I teach artists how to start their own membership so that they can earn money consistently. So this is a very simple 4-step process. So in membership, you get 10 clients. Okay, and membership values are small values like $20, $50. So it will be easier for you to get clients. So you get clients, you keep them, you benefit them so much that they don't leave you. And the next month you get another 10 clients, and the third month you get 10 more clients, so you have 30 clients. Then the fourth month you get 10 more clients, so you have got 40 clients, and each client is paying you small amount of money consistently over a period of time. There will be churn, there will be people who will leave your membership, that all those will be true. However, you will have, let's say 70% people will continue to pay month after month. And in several years, you will become better and better, and your membership will grow, and that you will earn consistently. So there is a proven path of going from absolute scratch to earning consistently. If you need a step-by-step training, I have actually recorded with slides, with examples, everything. I will give the link of that video so that you can go and watch. My question to you, if you are watching this video and if you are planning to become a watercolor professional, you have two choices. Number one, try to do it all by yourself. I tried that and it is very difficult. First, I tried to learn watercolors without clue how to do it. Okay, then finally, when I was writing a book, I was also trying how to do it systematically. It was difficult. It was really difficult. I cannot explain you how difficult it was. Then I invested 3 years. I did exhibitions, I participated in contests, I did workshops, demonstrations, sold paintings, got like so many things I did, but still I could not earn consistently. So I had to learn business skills. Learning business skills is not fun, but without learning business skills, you cannot earn consistently. So once I learned business skills, it is much easier for me to earn consistently. right? So you have got two options. Number one, try to do a lot of trial and error by yourself. And I am sure that you are going to feel alone. You will feel frustrated, demotivated, disheartened. And if you are not getting results, in that case, you will doubt yourself. You will question yourself. Probably you will cry, because I also cried several times. So you will cry. You will try to give up. And then you will believe those artists who are also like you. On the other hand, when you are learning from a mentor and when you are investing in yourself, you feel proud about investing in yourself. You feel proud that you are learning something. You feel proud that actually this road is actually going to take you somewhere. If you think that you are a person who really want to become a professional artist and you want to learn the skills which can help you to become a professional artist, then just I want to tell you that I teach artists the skill of learning to paint masterfully and confidently with watercolors and start earning money. And then later, once you start earning money, later I teach you how to earn money consistently so that you can create a real business out of it. If you want, you can check out the link. I will give that link in the description part of this video so that you can check it out. The same thing which I taught you in this particular video, I am teaching that in a step-by-step, more structured, more elaborate, in a detailed manner with presentation slides, so that you can just not listen to me. You can also have visual things to see, understand, and feel it. So one thing, without decision, nothing works. So your first decision after watching this video is, you ask yourself, do you really want to make it happen? And if the answer is yes, go and watch that video. It is free of cost. You don't have to pay me anything. Again, in case you watch that video, it is not necessary that you have to learn from me. You can learn from anybody. Anyone who is teaching you the skills, you can go and learn. You don't have to learn from me. Go and watch that video. It will be helpful. Take care. Bye-bye. See you.